So, hey, Pam, we were just talking, and tell me some more about how you just emerged out of nothingness 6 years ago.
Well, I had been in the arts my whole life, and I raised a family that was very artistic. My father was always three-dimensional, and I was two-dimensional.
Well, wait a minute. What did your father do?
He was a wood carver.
Wow. Okay.
And he also did leaded glass for a living. But
Like stained glass.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I always drew, and I was always figurative, and he never did figurative. And then I started. I became a potter when I was in college, and
now where did you went to San Diego?
San Diego State. I graduated, and I went 3 years to Cal State Fullerton. That's where I got introduced into clay. But then I had all sorts of adventures in life, and I have 2 darling boys who I adore, and I became a full-time mom and spent lots of time creating art in the classrooms for the kids.
Oh, in their classrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then I decided I wanted to get back into my art full-time, and so I became just involved in clay sculpting. And I've just been doing it a few years.
But what's curious to me is that you're not just a sculptor, you're not just a potter or a sculptor, you're a painter and a unique creator. I mean, if you look at your work, it's so amazing.
Thank you.
Just amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I'll ask you a strange question. When you look around at all of the pieces you've created and you see them in form, do you ever pause and ask yourself where they came from? Out
Not
of what?
so much, because
I mean,
everything I do has a purpose and a meaning and a thought behind it. Nothing I do is an accident. So I know where it comes from. But people always ask me, oh my goodness, what does that mean? Or how people walk up to me and say, I understand what you mean. It's like, no, you don't. But everything does have a purpose in my work.
okay, because that's a little different, because sometimes the artistic creative muse
Just happens.
yeah,
Not with me.
not with you. So you're very methodical in your creations.
Oh yeah. I mean, look how crazy detail oriented I am.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. When it comes to the fine detail of what I do, I love it. I love doing that. I can't wait to get to that point in my work.
So you don't think that? Hang on just a second here.
Cut and paste.
Yeah, cut and paste. Oh my gosh! Tell me a little bit about these, Pamela.
This is the start of a new series that I'm doing. Toys, Tales, and You Don't Know Jack. And this is part of my toys, a chess set.
Oh my gosh! Anybody would go crazy to have this.
Completely done. This will all be black, and this will have a surround that goes on it. Okay.
And did you say you're actually building a case to put all these in also?
Yes, all the pieces will be in a wooden case.
Oh my gosh.
Just for transport.
So let's talk some more about, what is it called again, Jack?
Toys, Tales, and You Don't Know Jack.
Oh my God.
And so it's all different kinds of figurative toys, like a Jack in the Box, which happens to be a Jack, and toy. Tales, I did the new and improved Little Red Riding Hood. Oh my gosh.
With the wolf?
No.
Oh.
Little Red is standing there
Tales.
strong. It's just Little Red. She's standing there by herself. She's a sculpture. She's about 2 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah, she's dynamic. The new and improved Little Red. And the idea behind Jack, Toys, Tales, and You Don't Know Jack, is I was looking at all these children's tales, and everybody's named Jack. Why Jack? So I looked it up and found out that Jack is an everyday man. Jack is a name for a common person, a jackknife, Jack of all trades.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. Jack Sprat.
Jack Rabbit.
Jack Rabbit. It's a common rabbit. So anything that's named Jack is an everyday thing. So I made my Jacks not every day. My Jack in the Box is exploding. Jack in the Boxes scare me. So I made my Jack in the Box scared. He's coming out and he's the one scared.
Oh, he's the scared.
Yes.
Not to scare you, but
Yes.
he's the scared.
Revenge.
Do I have to come out?
That's right. No. And so that's my latest Toys Tale, inspired by my new grandson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. And you told me that is now being shown at which gallery?
Hanson Scott Gallery, downtown Seattle.
Seattle. Okay, that's in
Yeah.
Pioneer Square.
It's on Prefontaine, near Pioneer Square.
Near Pioneer Square.
Part of the art walk and all that.
Hey,
And
neat.
they just took 5 pieces. I have a marionette. Yeah, see, any type of figurative toy is what I'm doing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's very
And those aren't. I don't remember seeing any images of those that you have out on your. Are they on your site at all? I didn't see them.
They're brand new.
Brand
Maybe
new.
I haven't put them on my
No,
site yet.
yeah, I gotta see
Okay,
it. Gotta see them.
I'll put them on the site, and there's paintings and drawings and
So I got to get back to talking to you about the fact that you're so incredibly. Just how do you say it? You do everything.
and I thought that was normal because I always have.
I've never seen that.
Right, and I thought anybody that sculpted could draw,
If they don't.
and they don't. It's unusual,
Yeah.
and I was not aware of that. So I'm very fortunate. I love to draw and I love to paint.
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
paintings are as amazing as your sculpture.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just amazing.
You'll be part of my new series too. I'll do. I have a woman coming over to pose for Little Red this week.
So you're going to have not paintings in the series as well as sculptures for that
Yes.
whole theme.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Fun. It's fun to be me.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you're incredibly detail oriented, like you said. I mean, who would have dreamed that you could do something like this chessboard and chess set? That's just incredible. And the fact that you didn't make the pieces uniform. In other words, you've got a knight on a horse and a knight off a horse.
Right.
And you've never seen that before. So
Well, you know what? You need to know your people. You need to know them. Everything I do has a purpose. The king is not the biggest guy on the chessboard, but he is the biggest guy on the chessboard.
yeah.
Yeah. So everything has a purpose.
Oh God, it's just amazing. And I love your little pawns.
Yeah, the pawns are cute.
Yeah.
It's not bad to be a pawn.
Pawns with attitude.
I know. There's some snarly ones in there.
Have you thought ahead of what in the world you might do after this whole series? Have you got any brainstorms, or hasn't come yet?
No, I think this series is, let me turn this one off. I think this series is going to,
Consume you for a while.
yeah, it's going to take a while. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of them. But I had a series that was, a lot of my pieces were in armor. And it was a fight or flight. I either gave them wings or I gave them armor.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But is that how you promoted the show or not?
Yes.
You did. Fight or flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so people would, and I usually would base the decision of wings or armor on the person that modeled for me. Sometimes they'd say, "Oh, definitely, I'm armor. I need armor. I need protection." It's like, no, you're so free. Absolutely, you got wings. Or sometimes they get both.
Yeah. Some armor with wings, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
That's so great.
Yeah, so it's fun deciding on a series, but I never know what's coming.
Now, do you promote far afield? I mean, are you national, international in scope?
No,
You should be.
I should be.
Yes, you should.
The Northwest, I've shown in California and I've shown in Oregon. I'm in a River Sea Gallery down in Oregon.
Now I live half the time in Arizona.
Oh, there you go,
And
Arizona.
there is just an amazing place called Tubac. Do you know Tubac?
No.
Oh my gosh. There's 100 galleries all squished together in one place. And it's just art. It's a city of art.
Oh, really? So often down in the South there, the work is very geared towards,
Not necessarily.
no?
I mean, now like you've been in Semantics Gallery.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, he had a potter there. I probably forget her name, but she was a psychotherapist and did these totems in clay, outdoor pieces that you would slide over a pole, and there were all these different pieces. You could assemble your
And
own
they were
totem.
ceramic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes.
Do you
I
remember?
Yeah.
She's showing in Tubac.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I went, oh, Ruth. I can't think of her last name, but oh my gosh, there she is, and she's from
Oh, really? Nice.
Seattle. So I mean, you could be there.
Yeah.
I could get your little foot in the
yeah.
door there.
Okay, absolutely. If you know of a gallery that would be interested, it's figurative work, and it's
amazing.
sometimes
Just amazing. I think you should be all over the place.
I would like to be all over the
All
place.
right.
It's funny. Figurative work is a tough sell. Figurative, and I don't.
Isn't it? I look at this, and to me, it might be a collector.
Yeah, this would be
A collector, somebody who collects chessboards.
Right.
And
This
there
one.
are those people.
And this is kind of unique for what I do. I don't normally do stuff like this. I usually do non-functional sculpture, and this has a functional aspect to it, which is
Right. But I can't imagine letting your kids play with it. No. Because I think it probably in the price range of about $20,000.
Oh, I like that. I haven't figured out the price yet, but it's gonna be
up there.
it's gonna be up there.
Because you have spent a lot of time on
Yeah,
this.
it takes a lot of
Oh
time.
my
to put
gosh,
it together.
yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
You even, that's a glass piece on top of that.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
all
it.
the board itself is all handmade.
Jeez.
So
What's this case? It must be a huge case if it's going to hold all of
let
this.
me show you the case. It's so bizarre. You're not gonna believe it.
It's all going to fit in there.
All the pieces will fit in here.
Is that the old one?
It's all divided so that they can lay down, stand up, whatever they're gonna do.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The board is gonna weigh a ton, so
Oh, yeah.
because
Will the pieces all come out or be all? No, they'll all.
it'll all be enclosed.
Okay.
It's gonna be a board underneath, and then this will all be enclosed.
Would that be in a carrying case too?
No. You know what I might do is a fabric sleeve. Just put a fabric sleeve on it.
If you did do a carry, not a fabric one, but a carry one, you could just have a handle on the end, sort of a narrow.
Right, like a portfolio.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Just
I
'cause
mean,
it's
it's not
all glass.
It's not portable. I mean, it's not meant to be portable.
No.
Even though the whole family fits in there, it's meant to be
Yeah,
displayed.
right. Oh man. Okay. So my thought that you had a muse that emerged when you sat down at your is a bunch of hogwash. Yeah. Because in other
You
words,
know
you're
what?
more like a mathematician.
That's funny because I'm terrible with numbers, and
Oh.
my kids would think that's really funny that you'd say that.
But I mean, you have some kind of
Methodical.
a methodical constructing visual brain that is putting these pieces together this way.
You know, this having this as my main focus is unusual, just because this is unusual for me. But I'm constantly looking at people and faces and asking people to pose for me for different things, or I will glean. Just staring at somebody, I will think, I've got to remember that nose and incorporate it into my work. But I do have two women that pose for me, and I paint them a lot, and they're always willing to model for me. Or sometimes I'll ask random strangers if they have a really interesting look to pose for me.
The way you talk about that is like when I go into a Home Depot and I walk down the aisles, I don't look at those things as plumbing parts and hardware parts. I go, I wonder what I could do with that.
Oh yeah, I
So,
wonder what that
see,
really
that's
is.
what I think is what
Yeah.
you're doing with people and things.
Oh, yes. So there was a guy yesterday who he has a really interesting look. He's got crazy eyebrows, and I said, "Would you be willing to pose for me?" And of course, they are always The first thing is like, it's like not nude. I just want your face. And he's like, oh sure. And I thought, wow, I'm looking for a pirate. I want to sculpt a pirate, but this guy's too heavy for a pirate, and he's not crazy looking enough. But he's got crazy eyebrows, so he is going to be he's going to come and pose for me this week, and he's going to be the huntsman that went after Snow White.
Snow White.
Looked to kill Snow White and then fell in love with Snow White. And so my crazy eyebrow guy will be the huntsman, and he will be amazing.
Now, when you
So
have
I'll probably paint him.
pose them, do you photograph so that you have that image
Yes.
to work with then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They'll come over, and I might do some sketching while they're here, but usually just working from photographs.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So they're not sitting for long hours as you're sitting there with your clay, that type of thing.
You mean with them,
Yeah.
long hours? Not.
You more photograph them and then work from the photograph?
Oh, yes. Right. Right.
So posing is a lot less time consuming for you than...
I am very fortunate. I can keep it in my head the way someone looks, and I don't need them to pose for a long time because I can. I just remember
Get that little part of your brain.
little special part of my brain.
That's so
It
great.
doesn't do math, but it remembers shapes. Yeah, so I'm fortunate that way. I can do a lot from memory.
I think it's so
And I'm
amazing.
fast.
Yeah, I think it's so amazing that when I look at your resume things, in 2006, you show up. Ba-boom.
Oh, right.
Where
Yeah.
was this person before? And how could you do all this from then till now? It's just too much. You know?
For a number of years, people would ask me how long I've been doing this, and I would say, oh, for a long time, because I'm older, and they would believe me, because it was embarrassing to me, have only done it for a short amount of time, and wanting to get into galleries and
Right,
show my work
right.
and all.
I just did this last week.
I know. Oops. Once again, I'm fortunate. It just comes to me very fast.
Mm-hmm.
I work fast. I crank out a lot of work. I haven't been doing it that long, but hopefully my work looks like I have.
Yeah, it definitely does. Holy moly. Really, something else. Is there anything else that you have that I should know about?
Well, you're going to post my... make sure you post pictures and drawings and...
Well, I have all of your pictures and drawings from your website.
Okay.
So I've
Gosh,
got those.
I haven't put my latest up there.
No.
Okay, I've
No.
got to update it
Where are they?
at Hanson Scott.
I mean, your images.
Oh, on my computer. I posted them on Facebook, but I...
You did? Oh, maybe I didn't look on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But you could shoot me a couple
yeah.
JPEGs.
Okay.
Then I will put those out there.
Okay. I'll send you the...
So
the
after our little
latest.
chit chat here, I can say, and these are some of the pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing I do with my drawings is such a controversy with nudes. It's a tough sell for people.
Except up here, there's that huge show once a year.
Not anymore.
What?
It used to be.
Is it not anymore?
Mm-mm, no more.
What was it? Unclad, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
all gone.
Where did that go?
The woman sold her gallery that put it together. Yes.
But it was such a national...
I know, it was wonderful.
Why hasn't somebody picked that up?
I know, nobody has. So Unclad is no more. And
What do you think Tracy may be down? I mean, that gallery where you're showing that.
yeah,
She might.
downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Nudes are a tough sell in the Pacific Northwest.
Is it very conservative up here?
Yes,
you think
very. Yeah, compared to California or Portland, it's an easy sell. Seattle area, it's a tougher sell. Especially on the outskirts, the galleries outside. Edmonds is brutal.
So? Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see. Yeah, that's always been sort
Yeah.
of true. Yeah.
It's really tough. So I have a series. I have a model every Wednesday. I meet with a group of people and we share a model.
Is that still at David's?
Yeah.
So they're still
Yeah.
doing that. He's done.
Forever we've done this.
Yeah.
And so I will draw those in, and so I put invisible clothes on my drawings. I have a whole
I
series.
saw that one of the Emperor.
Yeah, it's my
series.
Emperor series. So
I just saw the one male, but with the pen line drawing of the clothes on top.
and it's so fun to
But
do.
it is
So I have
so.
a whole
But
series.
it changes. It changes the
Absolutely,
image.
and it's so much more acceptable, and it's just all so silly. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So I put invisible clothes on all my drawings. I have a
See,
whole
I
series.
looked at that, and I look at your sculpture, and I look at your paintings, and you have this incredible, what do you want to call it, Da Vinci uh, style of anatomy. You just know anatomy.
I love the Renaissance. It's funny that you'd say Da Vinci. The Renaissance is my favorite. It's a huge period in art that was figurative.
Yeah.
Figurative was huge, and the Renaissance. A lot of their art was based on math. I say I don't know numbers, but the relationship of space is just amazing to me, and proportions,
Yeah.
and right.
That's
and,
all math. I mean,
And it is, and they based a lot of the paintings and laying things out on golden rectangle. I
yeah,
don't know if you're
right,
familiar
the
with
golden
that.
mean.
So I love that aspect. See my necklace?
Oh, yeah, yeah, the Nautilus.
Right,
Yeah.
and it is the golden rectangle.
Yeah,
It's perfection, and it was considered beautiful in art. The proportions
Right.
of this, and this mathematically works out.
and
And my paintings are based
Yeah.
on the golden rectangle.
that whole, what's the word I want to say, Fibonacci mathematical composition is all found through nature.
I know.
Everything, tree branches, plants, everything
It
is,
happens all over the
Yeah,
place,
right.
and we're not aware of it. We're aware of it on a subconscious level.
and so when we see it in a painting or in a sculpture, we connect with it unconsciously.
Unconsciously, and you look at my paintings, and they're all I lay them out mathematically. I
Yeah.
lay them out according to
Right.
the golden rectangle.
That's why they're so magnetic.
I think so. I hope
Yeah.
so. I don't know that it always works. There's some paintings Renaissance paintings, it's like, I don't know if it's working there. But I'm very conscious of it.
Right.